Hello and welcome back everybody. It is round 4 of GRS F1 and we have finally arrived in Europe for the first time, and it is no other place but the Ardennen here in Spa, located in Belgium. 3 rounds have been held so far and all of them have been won by Luke Mills, who has an incredible streak, I'll say. And let's see if this streak might come to an end here in Belgium at this very iconic track that is exactly, I think, 3 meters too long for F1 regulations. As we see the first cars going out on track, and I'm getting a very interesting information. This is Edwin, I guess, yeah. 85% wet 45 minutes into the race. The Alpine there is driving on the grass. Alright, I mean, it's Spa. No surprise that there is some rain, to be honest. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting then. I guess if it's 85% at 45 minutes, it's probably gonna rain after, like, start raining after 14-15 laps, I suppose. Which means the first stint on mediums is possible. But yeah, the drivers will need to figure it out and think of something in the next 17 minutes. Whilst of course doing qualifying. And I mean, nothing really is happening, so I can just show you. We have Canton Hesch. I really hope I pronounced that right, but yeah, he's a new driver in F1. We'll see how he does. I know that he's a very quick driver. I've never seen him race, I think, but I'm sure he won't disappoint. Anyways, let's go on board with Edwin now for one lap around Spa. Coming towards La Source now, corner that is falling away a little bit at the apex. And now down towards Eau Rouge and Rallion, followed by Camel and the Camel Straight. Yeah, that is very true. That is very true, really, Zeke. If you go a lap too long, it might ruin your race. Edwin now going through Le Combe. Because Spa is just so long, a lap really does make a difference, especially at 50% races. The Alpine now going through Brussels or Rivage, however you might call it. And down towards the most famous double left-hander on this calendar, Pouhon. Nearly flat in these modern day cars. Now through Le Pan, I'm not sure. And now one last right hand corner that is easily flat out in qualifying trim. Through Stavelot he goes, and now onto the long back straight, heading towards the bus stop chicane. Yeah. Well, I know how it's spelled, and since it's French, but I probably should have listened a little more in school. As Edwin sets a 1:41.9, just under the 42-second mark. The McLaren of Jan unfortunately invalidated his lap. Is this David Hoy? It is indeed David Hoy. Coming around the final chicane now, And over the line he goes, and it is a 141.3. That's a really good banker. Blake Ward starting his lap. Dino goes P2. Matthew Bailey P4 on mediums though. Luke can't. Oh, alright, he's on mediums. I was about to say can't get pole position for once, but he's on the mediums, and David was of course on the softs. As we now have an Alpha Tauri duo coming towards the start finish line. I think this is Manuel. Hold on, give me a second. Olami. I have no idea how to pronounce his name, but he goes P7. Good stuff there, as he's usually an F2 driver. Lukash goes P10 with a, I have to calculate, 43.8. Canton, and yeah, he proved me right. He is a very quick driver indeed, as he goes provisional pole by a quarter of a tenth. Jan about to go into the pits, but there's a Red Bull coming. That should be Blake Ward, our fellow American here, going through the bus stop chicane right now, and now puts the pedal to the metal one last time and goes P5 with a 41.9. Matthew Bailey on an in lap, so is his teammate, and I think it's Callum and David as well. What about the two Ferraris maybe? Oh, well, this, oh my god, it's, yeah. As Galaxy, I am not sure who it is, has binned it right after Rivage. Canton on an in lap, I suppose, but there's a Mercedes coming out. Is this Mitch? It is indeed Mitch, who will take us on another quick lap around Spa. Now opens up the DRS and approaches Lecombe. They used to go straight on here in the direction of Spa, because Mitch had a huge snap there, because Spa isn't really the place where Spa is located, if this makes sense. Spa is located in Malmedy, I think. This is also what the right hander after Lecombe is called, but nobody really knows that. And Mitch unfortunately invalidated his lap. And once upon a time they used to go straight after Lecombe and right in the direction of Spa. What about Lukash? Is he on a quick lap? Yeah, it looks like. It looks like it. So we will watch him. Watch his AlphaTauri fly over that straight here. Through the comb, hugs the curb left and right. Now goes through Malmedy. And now approaches Rivage. Very easy to lock up the front right tire there, as there's no force whatsoever on the tire. It's all about the outside tires there, so the left ones. Now goes through Puhon, touches the curb on the inside, but I'm not the man to judge a racing line. Nearly crashes there, but gets saved by the gravel trap there. Which means we will have to watch, or we are able to watch, Jan starting another lap. Hopefully he does not invalidate this time and is able to set a lap time as he now goes down towards Eau Rouge, past the old pit lane that is still in use for the endurance races. And he went very wide for my liking there, up the hill through Radillon, finishes sector 1 and now starts the second one with the very narrow corners here. And actually, let me just check if everyone is on the softs now. It looks like that, yeah. Luke is out on softs, so we might see a legitimate time from him soon, as Jan is about to exit sector 2, and now it is just flat out through Stavelot, Blanchimont, and then the bus stop chicane. That isn't really a bus stop chicane anymore, but they still call it like that. Takes a nice line around here, and it is going to be a 1:42.9, which puts him P11. Next car, oh yeah, was Manuel, but he is about to start his lap. Adam is on a quick lap, I think, the only car that has not set a time yet. As the Williams comes around the final 2 corners, he was up 2 tenths at the end of sector 2. Could he keep it through the last sector? Not quite. He still improves by a little over a tenth. Mitch starts his lap, and Matthew Bailey is nearly a second up. This might be a really quick lap, and it is indeed. A 41.4 puts him P3 for now. But Luke goes provisional pole again. He's a tenth quicker than Canton, who is about to... No, he has a broken front wing. So supposedly something has happened there on his lap. Jan is on an in lap. What about Manuel? Is he... Because he got a load cell. Who's got a load cell? Oh, Luke. Well, yeah, I do know that if you change your equipment, especially during the season, it will take you at least a race or 2 to get back up to your normal speed. And hopefully, at some point, it will get you even quicker than your speed was beforehand. As Callum nearly crashes into the pit lane there, the pit wall. Mitch about to go into the pits as well, with a little less than 4 minutes to go. And on any other track, this would be more than enough to just chill in the pits, but not on Spa. On Spa you really have to think a little different, since the track is so long. And Adam is not on the lap. Matthew is not on a lap either. So we will have to wait and see. Canton presumably on his last out lap, I mean, he's got 2 minutes to go around here, or 1:30. Yeah, it's probably his last outlap. Preparing his final run. But I think David is the first one to start his final lap, and the clouds are getting thicker and thicker here in Spa. The sun is hiding behind them and I can't see it anymore. So we might see, no, I don't think we will see the rain in qualifying, but we'll definitely see the rain in the race, as Adam said. So maybe some people have gone for a wet setup as well. And what is happening here? 3 cars, I hope they're all aware that David is on a push lap. I think so, as this was not good. And David is about to face even more traffic now. This is really not good. Oh, that was close. I think he has enough time to recharge and go again. And Matthew Bailey was the one that retired in the pits, I think. That was also what caused the yellow flags. I have to figure out. Let's just follow Blake then. He seems to be on a quick lap. Yeah, he is on his final run of today's qualifying, as he sets a purple middle sector. Not sure if I can trust the game with that. He wasn't even the 10th up, but still. Maybe, who knows. As he is about to go through the bus stop chicane for one last time in this qualifying session, and it is going to be a 1:41.7, which puts him P5 right ahead of his teammate. And now David was able to go again. And this is the first one, actually. Canton, it is indeed, and he's nearly 2/10 up, which is enough for provisional pole. Let's see. Luke is further down the road. What can the Ferrari do again with the special livery that I think looks absolutely amazing? Comes around the final corner, and it is a 1:41.1, which is enough for pole position by 1.25 tenths. Let's see. Maybe Edwin can challenge him already. He's proved that he is really quick, and on a good day he can really be up there with all the super quick guys. Goes P6. Dino unfortunately invalidated. Lucas is not there yet, so it is Manuel P10. Mitch stays P10 in fact. The Williams is improving and stays P9 as well. Now it's Jan, who did improve as well and goes P11. What can Luke do though? What can he do? He goes, of course, goes pole position. David can't do anything about this. We still have both Red Bulls. Yeah, still have both Red Bulls to come across the line. Adam invalidated and Blake dips into the pit lane. And this is qualifying over, I think, ladies and gentlemen. Luke Mills getting another pole by 2/10. That is actually quite impressive. Quentin gets a good debut qualifying. P2 for him, really strong. David proves once again that he is one of the quickest drivers of this tier. P3. And maybe an opportunity at the start of the race to do something around the outside, I think. As this is today's grid. Luke ahead of Quentin, ahead of David, ahead of Matthew, ahead of Blake, Edwin, Adam, Dino, De Williams, Lukas, Manuel, Jan, Callum, Snape, no, not Snape, Mitch of course, and Galaxy. Let's see, we have the first 8 in between a second, which is quite good, I guess, for a track as long as Spa. The gaps are always a little bit bigger here. Simply because there's so much you can do wrong, but also so much you can do very right around this track. And we get a little sneak peek on the cars on the grid there. I hope that this does not mess about with the lobby now. I just want a little bit of a, but I want to see who goes on which tire. And if Luke does not change, he's the only one on softs. He goes on hard. Interesting. Very interesting. Everyone behind him on the mediums. Probably thinking that they can go all the way till the rain, or that there's a safety car. Luke wants to take no risk, as we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and race 4 here in Spa is underway as Luke gets a decent start, but Quentin is already side by side now trying to move around the outside on a much better tire there. Can he make it stick right before Eau Rouge in La Sauce? Of course he can. Beautiful move there. Luke already losing positions on the hard tire that is not up to temperature yet. No shenanigans happening further down the field as Matthew Bailey is past Luke and now attacking Quentin. Can he make it stick around the outside there in Lecombe? Luke does not see a way through there. Quentin is able to stay ahead as now Edwin tries to move down the inside here on David. They make contact. David goes a little bit wide there as Edwin went really deep into the corner. He tries to switch back but can't make it stick there, but he will sooner or later be able to overtake Edwin as he's on the hards. And Luke already holding up the field behind him. Blake and his teammate now as they're on the better tire compound. And Quentin is storming away now together with Matthew if he's able to keep up. Blake seems to be really quick in the middle sector, but therefore is lacking some straight line speed. And Jan goes down the inside there of Mitch. Mitch leaves him just about enough room there. They go side by side down towards La Sauce now. Who is going to come out ahead? The McLaren is not much ahead. Mitch tries to switch back there and it nearly worked. It was quite a move, or would have been quite a move. And oh my lord, what is happening here? Adam now trying and move around the outside here in Lecombe on the Alpine there. Can't make it stick, but he needs to. He is desperately trying to find a way past, because he wants to make the mediums work, and he wants to take some advantage out of them. As Luke is still in the 1 second window to Quentin, who lost the position to Matthew. I did absolutely miss that. Edwin still able to stay ahead of Adam. Let's see for how long, as he doesn't get the best of runs there through Stablo and the turn before. Does Adam go for a move here in Blanchimont? No, he knows better. But this opens up the opportunity for David nearly. He could have tried an aggressive move there around the outside, but decides against it. And now with the help of GRS, it should be an easy task for both of them to, as David nearly crashes into the rear of Adam there, and just about avoids getting swallowed up by Dino there. Quentin now easy move on Matthew with the help of GRS. Luke can't do anything about being overtaken by Blake. Adam got past Edwin as well. David caught back up to the Alpine and the Red Bull ahead. And now it is Callum against the Williams. Callum on the soft, so no, he does not go for a move through Pouhon. He goes really wide through Pouhon though. The grip wasn't there. And so far the sky looks quite clear to me. So the rain is a few minutes out yet. Luke is in the DRS still of Blake, so he is able to hang on with the guys ahead, which is crucial for him. But he's drained his battery. He really did drain his battery. But if he wants to, or if he aims for the race win, which he obviously does, and the guys ahead do not need to make an extra pit stop, that it is crucial for him to now stay in the DRS and wait, or well, hold on to them until his tires are on equal performance with the mediums ahead. Matthew going past Quentin again. They're obviously working together here, trying to lose Luke, as David nearly had the position over Edwin, but the inside line was not the best option there. And the backhand nearly wanted to come around there in the braking zone. That was scary for him, I guess. Callum picks up a 3-second time penalty early on in the race. This is not ideal, of course. Blake about to drop out of the DRS from Quentin and Matthew. This would obviously help Luke. Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like Luke is in the DRS of Blake and Blake has no DRS. I guess this is not really what Quentin and Matthew wanted, but Blake really caught up there in the last chicane. Quentin going down the inside now in La Source. I don't know if that was the best option, but Blake got the DRS now, so it might make the life of Luke a little harder. Luke now trying to move around the outside as Matthew of course goes past Quentin again. Luke, can you make it stick around the outside on the hards there? He actually can. Beautiful move there by the Englishman. Can Blake come back now through Malmedine? No. Access denied by Luke. That was a great move on the hards there. Really, really brave. Holding it around the outside. Some good racing. And Luke now is in the GRS of Quentin and Matthew again. Well, let's see if they are able to lose him again. Yeah, you're right, Zeke. This is. I wouldn't have went for that move if I wasn't 100% confident with my brakes. That was class, not gonna lie. That was really, really good. And well, Luke is right there. Luke is definitely in for the battle for P1 actually. He isn't just driving behind them. I mean, he might not attack them, I think, just in order to save some battery again. As he's very low. Quentin is not able to go for a move on Matthew there. It gives me an opportunity to take a look at Mitch, who flies right past Jan there. And I will take a quick look at the tires again. The two Alpines both went for the hards. And as I have no idea when the rain is about to hit. Right now it looks like it is not the best option. But well, Luke and Edwin himself are both able to keep up with the medium runners by now. So from now on it shouldn't be that much of a disadvantage, I guess. Dino picks up a time penalty as well. And the Ferrari has crashed, which brings out the virtual safety car. Yeah, has lost its front wing there right after Le Fanier, I don't know. But there are people pitting. Quentin goes in, puts on the hards. What? Blake does the same thing. Dino gets some fresh mediums. Hold on. What? Is the rain not? Oh, and he blocks his teammate. That is not ideal, of course. And they're going full on attack mode. Luke trying his same move around the outside again. Cannot make it. So he goes for the switchback though now through Malmedy. He's on the inside. If you leave enough spaces on the outside, and now is able to get ahead before Rivage again. Luke is really there with his tires, not gonna lie. But talking about Quentin, he went for new hards, and I don't know if this means that the rain is not going to hit. I've genuinely no idea. As he really hugs the inside curb there, and you could really see the car's left and right axis going up and down. I think it was the left one that went up. Yeah, it was the left one. I do not understand this, but we'll see. We'll sooner or later find out why Canton did this. Adam got past Edwin quite a while back, but Edwin is able to keep up with him as well, and they are just 1.5 seconds behind Luke. Interesting, because if they are able to catch up and get to the DRS, we do have a four-way battle for the lead again. 2 medium runners and 2 hard runners, as Edwin is so much quicker at the end of the straight because of the DRS. Luke got past Matthew actually. Are the mediums cooked by now? Like, are they finished? I mean, Fuhon is quite a good corner to judge this, and Luke could go through it a lot quicker, I think. But I don't believe that the mediums are done after 8 laps. As Edwin... Oh yeah, Edwin got past him on the straight. I was about to say, where did he get past him? And now Matthew goes for a move now into the bus stop chicane around the outside in the first corner, and now goes for the switchback maybe? With the help of DRS, is it possible to do something into turn 1? I don't know why you would want to try a move into turn 1, as this would give Luke DRS on the canal straight. And yeah, he does not go for a move. Canton now behind Lucas. Oh my days, nearly crashes into his rear. Pushes him twice there. And now follows him right. Down to Eau Rouge, up Radillon, and then wants to get past. Matthew went past Luke as well, and so did Adam. But Canton is a little more interesting to watch right now, as Blake wants to use Lucas being offline to his advantage and slip through as well. Lucas' tires might be a little bit dirty now. He lets both of them through. Probably to not waste too much time there, as he's racing his own race. And the gap between Luke and Adam got a little bigger again, as it's now up to 2.5 nearly. So no DRS for him, and it just went down to 1.8. Great. We will see if they're able to get in the DRS anytime soon. Canton is in that 1 second window of the AlphaTauri ahead, and the sky is clear of any clouds. I can't see any, so the rain is definitely out by quite a lot. We'll have to wait for at least 5 to 10 laps, I suppose. And then maybe for the people that have already stopped, such as Canton and Blake, it might actually be smarter to just stay out if it's possible. Edwin got past Adam again, and Luke got past Matthew again, as it's been the whole time now. Canton got past the AlphaTauri as he went into the pits and is now on the hunt for Adam. Ooh, this was another snap of oversteer there in the braking zone, or in the mid corner there in Rivage for Mitch. Weather's on approximate. Alright, this is good to know. I mean, of course it doesn't make it easier for the drivers. And I guess we all know that Jeff or Mark or whatever he's called now, with his weather updates, they're as precise as the weather update in Germany. If it says it's gonna snow tomorrow, I'll probably have to bring my rain cape, or maybe even sunglasses, who knows. So if he says it's gonna rain in 15 minutes, he's probably going to repeat this for the next 20. And Lucas nearly spun around there in the final chicane. Was able to save it though. And more people starting to pit now. So the rain might actually never come. And if it stays like this, then Quentin has a massive advantage over Luke. He's 5 seconds behind him, or maybe 6. And Luke is yet to pit. Same with Matthew, who just picked up a 3-second time penalty and is about to get dropped out of DRS from Luke. So he should pit this lap as well, in order to not waste too much time. And yeah, you can see him there getting a little bit of oversteer, going into his tableau. So his tires are definitely finished. His tires are not in a great shape anymore. And I guess he will go into the pit lane maybe this lap. No, he decides to stay out. Quentin and Blake's tires will be squared. I don't even think they will, to be honest. I mean, they are going what, 15 laps? 16 laps. I guess this is alright on the hards, especially since they didn't start on them, so the car was already a little bit lighter. But nevertheless, even if they are squared, Luke still needs to make up the 20 seconds that he will come out behind both Blake and Quentin. %5 on hard. Yeah, right, maybe they are definitely got to be squared by the end. But maybe there will be some rain in lap 20. So they probably still went for the right. They still made the right call, because Luke obviously is not going to be able to do 20 laps on hards. And the clouds are, well, they're getting a little more visible now. Matthew and Luke both coming in now. And obviously both going on the Matthew on the hards and Luke on the mediums. But this is not what I wanted to see. This is what I wanted to see. David currently P4. The Williams in P5, who will need to pit again, I think. Dino right behind Luke and right ahead of Matthew, who put softs. Well, this is interesting now. So it might rain, I guess, since he went for the softs, trying to warm them up a little on the straight. and Quentin will need to go past Edwin as soon as possible to not waste any time. And we know that Edwin has done Luke many favors in the races before in terms of holding his drivers up. Let's see if he's able to do that once again this race. Yeah, look how much quicker Quentin is through every corner basically. I guess Edwin will need to pit now, because even if he tries staying out and holding up Quentin for a lap, who now lived off quite a lot before the braking zone, even if he tried to stay out, Quentin would have just flew past him, fly, I don't know, he would have went past him very quick and very soon on the Kemmel straight. So it probably wouldn't have, oh my god, my English, wouldn't have been worth, I don't know, my bad grammar. I guess it's still better than some native speakers, but well, yeah, anyway, let's focus back on the race, as Luke is 5 seconds behind David and is now getting swallowed up by Matthew, who obviously on the soft is a lot quicker. No further moves happening behind. Flu's past tense for both forms. Fly, flew. What is the third form? Is it also flew? I don't know. But Luke, let me actually close this again, and Luke is 12 seconds behind Quentin. We will see yellow flag. Oh, McLaren of Jan again, I think. Fly is future. Yeah, of course, fly is future. I will fly. I am flying. Once flew. Yeah, I mean the second past form. There, I don't know. You probably didn't learn or never learned this in school, but in German we learned this with huge tables. All the irregular verb forms for past tense. You have simple past and then the second past, which I don't know, but and then it's, I don't know, what have you got there? I was, or I am, I was, and I hit. All that, I think you know what I mean, but you just never learned this in school. Understandably, because you already knew all of that, or know all of that. Luke now 10.5 behind Quentin, making about 2 seconds a lap. And with 7 to go, it might be enough, but keep in mind that his mediums will drop off by the end of the race. And Dino got a poor exit there. Multiple adjectives. Multiple adjectives. Yeah, I'm not that. And Matthew making a move on Luke again, as they are both battling for P4 at the moment, but since they are coming closer and closer to David, it will soon turn into a three-way battle for P3. Of course you have that, Adam. It is English. I'm talking about English, where you have the 2 past forms of the verbs. You just never learned them, because you knew them by You could just speak the language. Oh, and there's a move through Blanchimont that I might have missed. Callum and Jan battling for P13, so no points, but still, of course, they're giving it their all. Snape for president, yeah, well, I mean, tell him to drive a little quicker so that he gets some screen time, maybe. And David, let's both Matthew and Luke pass. And I will explain to you later what I mean or what I meant. But yeah, big red house. We never learned that, but for me it just sounds wrong to say red big house. Like, it doesn't make sense. It just sounds wrong. Well, yeah, no, I'm not going to answer that. As the battle for P13 continues, Callum and Jan there on the hard, getting overtaken by Callum there. What a move now. Who's double as well, and oh my god, nearly he lost the car. Oh no. Just goes through the Ferrari. Luke getting overtaken by Matthew once again, because we haven't seen it often enough. What, did they update the Mercedes livery? Why are the stars looking gold? Some of them, at least. I think it's reflections, alright. Luke is now 7 seconds behind Canton. But he's also stuck behind Matthew, so if he wants to make some progress, he will need to overtake him soon. But the rain seems to be coming very soon. It is really overcast now, and this is gonna make things a lot more interesting. And if the rain comes soon enough, Matthew has definitely went for the right choice to put on a set of softs instead of hards. Luke is right in his diffuser now. Still 7 seconds behind Canton. And will of course easily go past Matthew. Callum picks up another 3-second time penalty. Mitch Snape in P12 right now, in the middle of no man's land. And David about to get overtaken by another Alpine, which he hopefully will fight a little more. Edwin now trying, no, he won't try something into this corner, will he? No. David is able to stay ahead. Defends quite nicely there. And now through double load they go. And it is really foggy all out of a sudden. Edwin stays behind. Also because David seems to be running very low wings. And Edwin misses his apex there by quite a bit. Compromises his exit and it's quite a bit behind David. Luke about to catch up to Blake, and Matthew can barely hold on to Luke. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Yeah, but he decides to stay behind him. Edwin flies past David. And Mitch Snape, of course, now he's getting some screen time, sets the fastest lap of the race, which might actually stand until the end, if the rain is coming. But we are going to go on board, or not on board, but we are going to go back to the front, where Canton is leading by 4 seconds over Blake and 4.5 over Luke, with just 3 laps or 3.5 laps to go. This might turn into a really interesting race if the rain is coming in the next lap. And Callum already took the fastest lap from Mitch away on mediums. I'll have to say that. Luke also used quite a lot of his battery. Blake has a lot more to play with, so maybe he can make the overtake a little more difficult for Luke, which I don't think, but you know, maybe. We'll just go back to Lucas and the Williams, who does not go for a move, and straight back to Luke, who goes past Blake, and Matthew dropped out of the GRS. And so far I see no spots of rain. So far there is nothing. But it definitely is quite dark and quite foggy now. Luke 3.7 behind Canton, as he gets a snap of oversteer there going into Pujon. That is scary, I can tell you. This is really scary. And Luke isn't really able to gain that much, that I think that he will be able to catch up to Canton. And now, guess you've all seen it, the rain drops, and we have 2 laps to go. I don't think that it will be enough for intermediates. But it certainly might spice up things a bit and make it a lot more difficult for all the drivers. As Canton is about to approach some back markers, or one back marker, in this case Callum. The track does not look wet at all. If I was Mitch, I would go in the, yeah, and he does that. He goes in the pits and goes for the gamble. Blake got past Matthew there. And let me just put this on as we get a beautiful shot there of the Mercedes going around the outside there on Blake, going a little bit wide, off track. Blake is able to stay down the inside now going into Pujon. Will he able to stay ahead, or is the Mercedes able to perform the switchback? No, he isn't. But he's still there, he's definitely there around the outside now going into Le Fanier. Can he make it stick? Now he's on the inside, goes onto the curb, pushes Blake a little bit wide there, but I think it was within the rules. Beautiful shot, beautiful overtake. That was nice. as they all behave and stay right behind each other. Who went in? Oh, it was Callum. Okay, alright. I was about to say one of the front runners went into the pits, but no. Edwin went for the move on Blake. Let's see if that was good. Are they still able to go flat out? No, not quite, I guess. Not quite. Edwin flies past Matthew. And Blake flies past Matthew as well. No, Matthew is able to stay ahead. And I think it is time for the Inters yet now, but of course there is no lap left. If the rain would have hit maybe a lap or two earlier, it would have been a little more interesting. But now, yeah, not really. It adds some spice, but Luke goes really wide there. To be fair, I don't even know the track limits for that corner. Maybe you're allowed to go that wide, I don't know. And Blake. Oh, this is looking spicy, you know. But first of all, no, not first of all. We'll have to see this. No, he wins on his debut. Quentin, of course. First race, first victory. Really well done. Congratulations. He is the first one to defeat Luke this season, who comes right behind him in P2. Blake, P3, also really well done. And I think no more battles. Of course, time penalties are switching the grid up a bit, or the final result. But yeah, let's give Mitch some screen time then. Well, yeah, Spa was an interesting race, I'd say. The rain was a nice feature, came a little too late, but it definitely made tyre strategies really interesting. Well, yeah, it was overall a good Grand Prix, a different winner this time, and congratulations. Luke is defeated finally. Well done. And maybe this opens up the championship fight a little more. But of course Luke is 3 races ahead of Quentin, so it will be not only hard but probably impossible for him to catch up if everything goes normal. And yeah, we'll just skip the podium celebrations real quick. And this is the provisional final result. Quentin wins the Belgium Grand Prix ahead of Luke, ahead of Blake, ahead of Edwin, David, Matthew, Adam, Manuel, Dino, Lukáš, April, not his or her name, but Mitch, Galaxy, Jan and Callum. Let me just get the race director real quick. And this is Spa over. F2 and F3 already took place on Sunday and Friday, and I hope the next week is going to be as interesting as the first 4 rounds, when we will take a stop in Barcelona. Spain next, yeah. I know my stuff, Adam. I know my stuff. Spain next Wednesday again, same time, same place on the internet as usual. You know the drill. If you want to join the league, check out the description. Leave a like, a subscription if you enjoyed it, and have a very good evening, and see you next week.